Hello from Kenya. Again, here is Stanley, your storyteller. And today we have a very different topic. To begin my story, I want to sing this song that was sung by a Kenyan vernacular language singer. His name was John DeMadio. Wene wejata yakwa rufaru rwa demethio ashwangene mwingi wa gathagu ikeno ciakwa nowe wiki. That's a song that is in Kikuyu language. It's a love song. Everybody in the world, they need to be loved. We feel good when you get somebody to love you. We like to love. It's a good thing. It's natural to love people. In that song, this guy says, "You are the star of my life. You alone gives me happiness." That's the message, and he keeps repeating it. May his soul rest in peace. He passed on a few years ago, and he was a hero to many of us because he sang lots of love songs which were touching people's lives positively. And my story is about love. Because when I was about 8 years old, I was in grade 1 or grade 2. We had just started learning how to read and write. I come from the Kikuyu community, which is one of the 43 or 44 communities of Kenya. And it's the only community that have got more vowels than anybody else in the world. Everybody else have A, E, I, U. 5 vowels. In my community, we have 7 vowels. A, E, I, U plus A, O. My story is about learning how to read and write. We learned the vowels in school, grade 1, grade 2, and we started learning the alphabets. And we were practicing and, drawing them and making out of mistakes. The teacher would correct us and, you don't hold your pen like this. And after 2 years of learning the vowels and knowing how to read and write my mother tongue, by the way, English is not my mother tongue. And if you see somebody trying to speak English and maybe sometimes stammer or make some errors, it's a sign that they speak more than one language. So don't laugh at me or don't think I don't know my language. This is my third language. I decided to impress a deskmate of mine, a girl. Her name was Elizabeth. And at home, one night, I sat down and drafted this letter. And I used the words of the Kenyan vernacular singer, the late John DeMadio. And I wrote down, "Dear Elizabeth, we niwe jata yakwa." I was in grade 2. I folded it. There were no envelopes. I could not even afford an envelope. So I folded it very well. We didn't have a stapler to put it together. So I used an acacia thorn. On the way to school in the morning, I looked for an acacia thorn and I used it to pin it together, to hold it together. And during break time, when everybody was out playing, I sneaked back into classroom and I dropped it on her seat where she was supposed to sit. Then after 45 minutes of break, she comes. I think it was lunchtime. That is when she saw it. That was the biggest bladder of my life. Writing a love letter when you're in grade 2, only 8 years old. I have never written another love letter. Because what I saw, what I went through, I will never forget. This girl, when she saw the letter, she ran to the teacher as fast as her small legs could carry her. She took off and she reported. The teacher took the letter, she looked at it, she said, "Are you sure this is from Stanley?" Yeah. This is Stanley. He has signed here. This is his name. So I was called to the principal's office. Don't worry, there's a plane overhead. Have a safe journey. Back to our story. So the principal was in the office. The teacher was right there. And the young girl, Elizabeth, was there crying. It's like she has been bitten by a snake. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong with my love letter. Just 3 words, 4 words. Diguaga, we niwe jeta yako. We niwe jeta. 4 words only. You are my star. I was asked by the principal, "Are you the one that wrote, Stanley, did you write this letter?" I said, "No, it was not me, it was Moses." Moses was another guy that I didn't like in our class. You know, he came dirty, he was dirty, he had uncombed hair, very unkempt hair. And he smelled like he had peed on himself the whole night. I didn't like him. So he said it was Moses. So Moses was called. Of course they knew I was lying, but Moses was called. Moses looked at me and I knew he was going to kill me because I was trying to pass the buck. I was told, this is not what you do. You do not learn how to read and write and start doing this kind of stuff. You are too young for this stuff. The next time you do it, we are going to circumcise you. That freaked me out because circumcision for us is a big thing. And it is not done to babies. It's done to boys who are 14 or 15 years old. It's deliberate. It's supposed to be painful. So I knew if I ever wrote another letter, I would face the knife at a tender age, and that could kill me. So I never wrote another love letter. But they did edit up there. I was sent home to go get my parent. Luckily enough, my father, as usual, was away. He was not home. He was away on safari. We would see him every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. So I went back to school with mommy. I didn't tell her why. I said, the principal, the teacher, wants to speak to you. My mom, Regina, a lady I love with all my heart. He came with me, holding my hand, not knowing what had happened. We got into the principal's office. He was not there. He was called, and the young girl was called, and the teacher. So we are 5 of us in the principal's office. And the principal told me, "Can you tell your mom what you have done?" I said nothing. Would you? I just kept quiet. I knew I would, this was like, I was on a death row here. So the head teacher, the principal, explained to mommy what had happened. Mommy said, "This has got to stop now. Do what you want to do with him." And he walked out of the principal's office and she walked home. She was so mad with me. After preparing me, buying supplies for me to go learn, only for me to go and start writing love letters to these young, beautiful girls. So the headmaster made me strip naked in front of the girl and the woman teacher. And I was made to lie on a bench. In his office, there was this cane, which is a piece of a blue gum, a eucalyptus tree, a long one, tough one. 5 feet, and I got 5 strokes of the cane. Just like the same strokes they get in our prisons. You do not want to go to our prisons. They are terrible. I have not been there, but I know. So I was caned hard. When I got home, my mother caned me again. When my father came from safari and he was told about what I had done, he caned me too. Everybody wanted to cane me. And I was like, was it that serious? I vowed never to write a love letter. That's a true story, and I'm sticking to it. It's my story, like Yogi Berra said. See you another day, and please do not forget to subscribe and share for more people to enjoy. Thank you.